Trent Alexander-Arnold leaving Liverpool after 20 years. It's definitely the end of an era.
Yeah, driven by his desire for something new, a different challenge after winning so much with his boyhood club. And the move to Real Madrid is, well, a huge next step.
A new chapter with massive expectations, potential tactical shifts he'll need to navigate.
And for Liverpool, disappointment for sure, losing a homegrown star like that, especially for free. But they'll regroup, rebuild, move forward.
It really shows you, doesn't it, how complex these big transfers are. It's not just about money.
Not at all. It's personal ambition, club dynamics, the search for new experiences, playing at the absolute peak. It's a real turning point for him and for both clubs involved.
So here's a final thought for you to chew on. Alexander-Arnold has said he wants to be seen as the best right back ever.
Huge ambition.
So how will this move to Real Madrid? Different league, different culture, intense pressure cooker. How will that actually shape his chase for that legacy? Will this new challenge push him even higher? Or will leaving those deep Liverpool roots behind maybe make things harder in some ways?
That's the big question, isn't it? Will the change unlock something new, or was the Liverpool environment uniquely suited to him? Something to think about long after we finish up here.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're zeroing in on some pretty big news breaking in the football world.
Yeah, it's a major one. You shared those articles, and they really paint a picture of a significant transfer unfolding.
Absolutely. So we're going to unpack that for you. The core topic, it's the confirmed departure of Trent Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool FC.
After 2 decades, it's hard to quite get your head around that. 20 years.
It really is. And his next stop looks set, Real Madrid. So yeah, lots to dig into here.
Definitely. We've got the official lines from Liverpool, those initial reports from pasted text, and some really good analysis from The Guardian, too, so we should get a pretty full picture.
Okay, so our mission for this deep dive for you listening is to get past just the headlines. We want to understand why this is happening.
Yeah, what are Alexander-Arnold's motivations? How's Liverpool reacting? What does it mean for him, for Liverpool, for Real Madrid going forward?
Let's get straight into it then. So the actual news first. Liverpool confirmed it. Trent Alexander-Arnold is leaving.
Right, at the end of his contract, June 30th, 2025.
Which closes the book on, 20 years with the club. He joined the academy when he was just 6.
Incredible. And the timing is, well, interesting, isn't it? They've just won the Premier League title.
Right. Not like a mid-season shock, but still, right after lifting the trophy.
Adds a layer to it. And the destination seems, well, pretty much locked in now.
Yeah, pasted text is reporting Real Madrid. Sounds like a 5-year contract.
Verbal agreement in place, documents being drawn up, the whole deal. It's happening.
A move to Real Madrid. I mean, that's always going to be huge for any player, right?
Oh, absolutely. One of the biggest clubs historically, globally. It's a massive step.
So let's try and get inside his head a bit.
Yeah.
Why leave now? He's a Liverpool legend already, achieved so much, just won the league again. Why make the move?
Well, according to the official statements, his own words, really, it sounds like it's about a new change, a new challenge, both as a player and, as a person. After 2 decades giving everything to Liverpool, he feels, now is the right time.
You can kind of feel the emotion in that, can't you? He makes it clear it wasn't easy.
No, definitely not. He talks about his love for the club, how grateful he is to the fans, for backing him right from the start.
Says he feels he's achieved all my dreams at Liverpool, which is quite a statement.
It really is. So if he's done it all there, what's the specific pull of Madrid beyond just being Madrid?
Good question. The Guardian piece touches on that. They suggest maybe it's about building this ultimate legacy.
Like being seen as the greatest right back ever.
Yeah, and maybe reaching for those big individual awards, the Ballon d'Or, that sort of thing. Perhaps Madrid feels like the platform for that next level.
That makes sense.
Okay.
And it wasn't like Liverpool didn't try to keep him, right?
No, The Guardian mentioned that too. Liverpool apparently tabled a new offer, a big one reflecting his status.
The new sporting director initiated talks.
Right, but ultimately couldn't persuade him, so his mind was pretty set, it seems.
Yeah, that tells you something. It wasn't about feeling undervalued by Liverpool. It was really about him wanting this specific change.
And he seems quite aware of how this might land with the fans back in Liverpool.
He hopes it doesn't overshadow the title win, wants the celebrations to go on.
But he knows, doesn't he, that some might see it as the article used the word defection.
Which is harsh, maybe, after 20 years, but you can understand the sentiment, I suppose, especially for a homegrown hero leaving.
Yeah, it's that intense connection, isn't it, between a player who came through the ranks and the fans. It's always going to be emotional when they leave, especially for a rival giant like Real Madrid.
Definitely. So, okay, what about Liverpool's side? How are they handling it publicly?
Well, the official club statement was pretty much what you'd expect. Very measured.
Classy, respectful?
Yeah, lots of gratitude and appreciation for everything he did during, this massive period of success they've had.
Which is fair enough, given his contribution. But The Guardian makes a good point about the finances.
Yeah. Losing him on a free transfer.
Exactly. A unique, homegrown asset, as they put it. That's a financial hit for FSG, the owners. You just can't replace that value easily, especially for nothing.
True. And even though they tried to keep him, does his leaving sort of dent their image slightly
Yeah.
as like the final destination for top players?
Maybe a tiny bit. The Guardian kind of hints at that. Like, okay, Salah stayed, Van Dijk stayed, but Alexander-Arnold going. It raises maybe a small question mark for some.
It fuels that narrative, I guess. Clubs are always judged on whether they can hold on to their absolute best, especially the ones they developed.
Always under the microscope, yeah.
Right, let's pivot to Real Madrid then. What's the big attraction? Why the Bernabeu specifically for him?
Well, the Guardian piece suggests a few things. Firstly, just the chance for something completely new.
Like culture, language, life experience.
Exactly. After a whole life in Liverpool, that's a big personal pull. They also mention, interestingly, this sort of celebrity lifestyle that can come with playing for Real Madrid.
That's an angle. And his friendship with Jude Bellingham gets a mention too.
Yeah, England teammates. Having a mate there already, that's got to help settle into a totally new environment, surely.
That's right, it makes sense. Okay, football-wise though, what does he bring to Madrid and what are the challenges?
Well, the obvious plus is his creativity. That world-class vision and assists. They'll love that.
Question.
But the Guardian raises a key point tactically. His style, maybe more attacking, sometimes caught out defensively, perhaps.
Compared to Carvajal, their current right back.
Exactly. Carvajal is known for being really solid, defensively disciplined. So Trent's defensive game might come under more scrutiny there. It's a different expectation, maybe.
That is interesting because at Liverpool, especially under Klopp, he had that sort of hybrid role, didn't he? Drifting inside almost like another midfielder.
Totally. A playmaker from deep. It'll be fascinating to see